All right. Sorry about this. It's gonna kind of be one of those crappy recording quality times, because I'm just doing this casually. My sister has a friend over, so it's loud up there, and they're giggling like girls, and they are girls. But anyway, I recently found out that they're doing 4 separate movies based on the story of the Beatles, one from each of the Beatles' perspectives, which I think is really interesting. There have been like a trillion Beatles movies and documentaries and stuff, but I haven't talked about them because, for one, they were before I had this channel, but also because there's just too many. This one, though, I'm interested in this because I was actually, before I found out about this, thinking I wish they would do a Beatles movie where they take just actors that aren't the actual Beatles, because obviously 2 of them are not even alive anymore, but I thought it would be cool if they actually did like a regular movie, not so much a documentary kind of thing, and hired actors to play the Beatles. So, I've seen the actors now, and I've heard them, and I'm going to give my thoughts on them, because I'm a huge Beatles fan, and I want them to do this right. So, first we have Harris Dickinson, who's playing John Lennon. Here's what he sounds like.
Someone reaches into their pocket and they hear change. That's an ick. Like, why is that an ick?
Yeah, this actor is probably the one I'm the most concerned about, at least the way his voice sounds. And so I know they did that Weird Al movie, and they had freaking Daniel Radcliffe as Weird Al. I haven't seen that movie, but I've seen the preview, and he's British. He's the Harry Potter guy. Why is he Weird Al? He looks a lot like him in the costume they gave him, but the voice just doesn't really do it. This John Lennon I'm concerned about partly because John Lennon has such an incredibly distinct, iconic singing voice. And this guy, he just sounds like a British guy to me. But looks-wise, I think he could do a decent job looking like John Lennon. Of course, he'll need different hair and probably a few other small details and stuff. But yeah, I think this could work. Next we have Paul Mescal, I think is how you say it, playing Paul McCartney.
Us actors, we can be like an emotional bunch, but I don't know. I'm just trying to keep it low key this week.
I don't know. Could work. Not sure though. Voice-wise, decent. Like, maybe I'm pretty sure in the Weird Al movie they had like the actual Weird Al recordings whenever Daniel Radcliffe was singing. So it was like basically made the same way as a music video. And so maybe they'll just do that in this. But at least when he's talking normally, I think he sounds enough like Paul that they can get away with it. Next is Joseph Quinn, who is playing George. Out of all these, I think he looks by far the most like George. Something in the eyes, I think, but voice-wise, not so much.
I was held up at immigration yesterday.
Oh, gosh.
Have you ever been to secondary? Ever been to secondary? Anyone?
No.
No? Oh, it's not so fun. I was taken into, I guess what you could call it, it was more of a dungeon, and I was asked to wait there for about 20 minutes, and then I was summoned to this desk.
Like, I think it would be fine, but definitely not great. And then Barry Keoghan, is that how you say his name? He's Ringo. This does not look like Ringo. At all. I don't know what they're doing. But voice-wise,
Probably Heath Ledger, I would say.
That's a good
Heath
one,
Ledger or
actually.
Philip Seymour Hoffman. I'm not
Ledger's
sure
a
what
good
I'd
one,
ask
yeah.
him. I don't think it'd be about acting. If I was talking to someone who is dead,
Yeah, I agree.
I wouldn't be talking about acting.
No.
He also doesn't sound like Ringo. He's Irish, so that's one thing. Although I've learned from Bono that Irish people can sound American. There are a lot of songs where I couldn't even tell before I found out that Bono was Irish that he was, because in some songs he just really sounds American to me. And Ringo sounds more American than the rest of the Beatles. So maybe this guy can pull off a more American accent, but I still don't think his voice is very Ringo-y anyway. So this is the one I'm most worried about. Now, to go over them again, from most to least like the Beatles that they are portraying: Joseph Quinn as George, Paul Mescal as Paul McCartney, Harris Dickinson as John Lennon, and Barry, whatever his last name is, as Ringo. So I'm looking forward to these. They're coming out in April 2028. I hope they don't mess it up, and I hope I enjoy it, because it would be awesome if I did. And then I hope it comes to DVD if I like it, because not enough things do anymore. They're all on like Netflix and Disney Plus and stuff. I'm old-fashioned, as you might know. So yeah, see you later.